This is Trenda. Welcome back to my channel, Raising Boys. Today I'm going to be doing paleo apple chicken sliders. This is a freezer meal. I mean, you could definitely just make them, but I like to make them for the freezer. It's a delicious, delicious kid-friendly meal. And you can use buns, you could eat them by themselves, or even use thin apple slices as the buns if you're truly doing paleo or you're low carb. It's just a delicious meal, so stick around and I'll show you how to make them. So here is my recipe. I get this from Once a Month Meals. I will leave the link in the description box down below. Here are all my ingredients. It gives directions for freezing it for later, and it also gives directions for making it from frozen, or you can do it, make it now. That was as directions, but go ahead and look it up on Once a Month Meals. So basically I have all my ingredients ready. I have 2 cups of shredded apple. I have a 1/4 cup of diced celery. I need a 1/2 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. I am not going to go out and buy poultry seasoning because that is not something I normally make. So I just Googled a quick recipe and I had everything on hand. It took ground sage, rosemary. Is actually supposed to be ground up rosemary, but all I had were the leaves, but that's fine. Black pepper, thyme, nutmeg, and I don't know how to say this, marjoram leaves. So there's my poultry season I made, and I just went ahead and made a little label, so in case I make this again shortly, I'll have some left. And then it's also going to take some more pepper, some salt, some honey, and ground chicken. I did a mixture of chicken breasts and chicken thighs. And then you're just going to need 1/3 cup of cooked bacon, which I just cooked up all my bacon over here. I'm not going to need it all, but I'm going to freeze the rest for other recipes. And I have some wonderful bacon grease that I will be saving in my fridge. I'm just letting it cool down a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so it says in a large bowl, we're going to stir in our shredded apples with the celery, poultry seasoning, pepper, and salt. So we are going to go ahead and get this in. Oh, you want to do the next thing? Okay. We're going to do, yeah, you can put the poultry seasoning in. I got my helper Nixon, who's eating a bagel, but he's going to help me out. Oh, good job, buddy. And next we are going to put this shredded apple in. Now these are Granny Smiths. It says to peel them.
I'm doing the next one. And
shred them. Okay, you can do the next one. I left a couple skins here and there. I'm not too worried about it. I don't think it'll affect anything. This was 2 large apples, about made 2 cups. Okay, and then we're just going to need a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. I'm not going to measure it out. I'm just going to give it a shake, or Nixon will. Let's see. Can you give us some shakes? Oh, that's great. A little bit more. Keep shaking. Keep shaking. Okay, that's probably plenty. I didn't see that little. You know, we do love pepper in this family. And I'm going to do the salt. I don't really want your hands in there. No, no, no. That's good. Okay. So we are going to give this a stir until well blended. So let's go ahead and find a good utensil. I pick this. You want to do it? Okay, so we are just going to stir that all up. I might need to help a little bit. And then we are going to mix. I'm just going to go ahead and do it right in here to save myself more dishes. So we are going to do the chicken, the 1/3 cup crumbled bacon, and then 2 tablespoons of honey. Are you having a hard time? Do you want me to help you a little bit?
It's hard.
Oh, it's hard, huh?
Maybe you can do it.
And it does say for the chicks. Oh, no, no, no. We don't need that. Mommy already used that. Nope, we don't need any more. Thank you. Oh, it smells delicious with that poultry seasoning. It says for the meat, make sure not to overmix the meat. So just FYI. So this looks pretty well mixed. Oh no, we don't need that. And I'm just going to use the same thing. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and put some honey in.
Where is honey in?
Okay, I need some spray to spray our measuring spoon so it comes out easy. And then I need to grab my bacon. Okay, so I sprayed my measuring spoon. This is a 2 tablespoon measuring spoon. I love this thing. It comes in so handy. So squeeze it all the way to fill, and I did spray it with cooking spray. That way the honey will come out easily. Do you need a little help, babe?
Yes.
Okay, let me go ahead and help him. Then is going to go ahead and dump in the honey.
Like this?
Yeah, just see how it just glides right out of there? Yeah, good job. Dump it all in. You can just turn it upside down if you'd like. Whoop, gentle. And it comes right out of there. And so next we just need a 1/3 cup of bacon. Okay, I got my 1/3 cup bacon. And Nixon's got a little bacon to snack on. This is actually why I first picked this recipe, because my kids are obsessed with apples and they're obsessed with bacon. So what better meal, something that combines both those things. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down. That way I can stir this gently without over mixing it. Okay, next I'm going to just add my chicken into here and try not to over mix it and get that all combined. Then we will be ready to shape our patties easy. Okay, so this is what the mixture looks like all mixed up. And then you're going to just shape them onto I just do a baking sheet with parchment paper because you're going to want to flash freeze these. It's going to make about 8. Flash freezing means you put them flat into the freezer until they freeze individually. That way then you can put them in, no foot on there, until you put them in something else to keep. It actually says stop. Put them into, let's see, divide and place into indicated number of freezer bags, which is 1, separated by wax paper. So after you flash freeze them, which usually takes a couple hours, then you can put them in a gallon-sized bag with some wax paper between. But honestly, if you flash freeze them, you might not even need to do that. But we will do that. So I'm going to go ahead and shape this into the patties. Okay, so I tried to divide these equally into 8 sliders, but they are more like big burgers. I wonder if this time I used more chicken, because I kind of just estimated a pound. I threw a big chicken breast and a couple chicken thighs in there because I like the mixture of the light and dark meat instead of buying my own. So we'll see. So I'm going to flash freeze these and then put them in a Ziploc bag. And then when I'm ready to eat them, I pull them out of the freezer, thaw them in the fridge, and then cook them on a grill for 4 minutes each side, or until the chicken is cooked through. They look like once they've been frozen. I flash froze them, and then I put a little bit of parchment paper in between each one. And I put my directions inside a plastic bag. I'm gonna slip that in, zip that up, and it is ready to go in the freezer. Just wanted to show you guys real quick what it looks like when you cook it up. It looks amazing. Now mine of course turned out a lot bigger than sliders. I think maybe I used some extra meat that you weren't supposed to, just because I ground my own. But I did do the apple slices on top and bottom as a bun, just a way to basically hold on to it to get in my mouth. But lettuce wrapped would be amazing too. And of course, if you're not paleo or low carb, you could absolutely do a bun. But these are wonderful, so give them a shot for sure.